Okay, so this is just a short vlog to explain what we did next when it comes to the slaloms. I talked about the whole idea of creating the slalom. The initial slalom that we worked on was creating the initial movement, adding the music, but we said how it was too basic, how it was just one repeating slalom again and again and again. It detracted from the entertainment value, detracted from the attention, it didn't add anything, and the idea that Frantic Assembly would use every little piece of talking and a bit of the script to create a piece of movement. So with that in mind, we created a second slalom. So as I showed before, we'd created one main slalom of a repetition of movement, which is a frantic technique, and then we created a second one and devised a second one. We decided that it needed to be more compact to show how things are getting more chaotic around in the party, obviously because we couldn't add more people in. If we had a bigger cast and disposal to more people, we might have added more people, and if you had a professional environment and more time to work on it, we probably would have added more people in to create the idea of a crazy party environment. But because of the people we had, we decided the things that we could mess about with were proximity of characters. So with idea with proxemics, we create the idea that they're all closer together, the party is getting more chaotic, and it's more constraining on Marley Holmes Spalding. So the second slalom involved everyone walking over the chairs. Then it starts to talk about Marley Holmes Spalding, who's Catherine is playing her, starts to talk about how there are too many people, who are you, who are you. She starts to talk to everybody, she starts to complain about scratches and mess and, you know, what are you doing, and don't jump on there, don't go there. And that whole idea, and during that sequence we have a total different slalom, which leads into a big lift. And the initial ideas of quad. The big lift is when Leah is lifted by Marlon, and it's like a crazy thing, which then links into Catherine as Marley Holmes Spalding talking to an individual person, pulling someone aside and saying, look, who are all these people? I can't exactly remember what specifically it says in the script, but that whole idea. So we've added in that second slalom. We then developed that into the idea of quad. We had people jumping around synchronised until Catherine says no, no more, no. We thought that after all this chaotic movement, we needed some more frantic style lifts, just partner lifts and 3 lifts and movements. So we decided that in order to link into the next bit, which was the bus stop scene, we'd have a little bit with when Catherine is talking about feeling really stressed out, the whole moving around the furniture. We had some nice movements and interactions. We basically looked at a path that we could create individually. We all created individual paths, and when you came into an interaction with someone else, you would do a specific movement, a lift, something like that, as well as listening to what Marley Holmes Spalding has to say, which then would link into the bus stop scene. We weren't sure how to link it in yet, but we definitely looked at those specific changes. I don't have a video of them so far, but when we do our full run through, as we've nearly finished, we just need to devise the final bit with the chair duet at the bus stop, and then the ending. We'll look at, I'll look at and evaluate our whole run through of that, and specifically talk about how much we changed the party in terms of the final run, and in terms of adding in the new slaloms and the new sequences of partnering and reactions to Catherine's character, Marley Holmes Spalding.